Ralston here, coming back with some of the original Dipstop program stuff from my dad. So for all the people who are watching this not live, welcome to the replay. Glad you guys took time to click on this and to watch it. So for everybody else, glad y'all are here. Like I said, I'm Anna Ralston. Russell Ralston is my father, the founder and creator of BaccOff, and we are the dynamic duo running BaccOff these days. So, but last week, for those who weren't here last week, we found this guy in our archives. It's old. It is the original Dipstop program. So if you guys have ever wondered why like the company is Dipstop and the product is BaccOff, because that's what it is. And that's where this came from. So hey, I've got people here. If you're here, check in, say hey, and let me know you're here. And how's it going? Yeah, Alexander's waiting for it in the mail. I love that. I love that. I hope you love it. Let us know what you think. We really do truly love people's honest feedback. So last week, what we're doing here is we're going to go through some stuff in this. I just wanted to share with you. We just were like, this is so cool. So check out the last Facebook Live video that I did last week for kind of the full rundown. But this is the original program that my dad wrote to help people quit dipping. And so this actually has been around since even before BaccOff, the product itself, was created, because BaccOff, I guess, kind of came out of my dad's desire to truly give people what they need for them to choose to make the decision to quit and be successful. So last week we talked about from the book self-talk. So it's so funny, like we all want to I always hope I'm not a dipper, but I was thinking too, after this, I'm going to get on and kind of share my own story so you guys know, like, why is there this girl talking to me about quitting dipping? But why am I here talking to you about it? Because, like I always say, we all have things we have to overcome in our life. And so that's been a huge thing in my life. Healing and kind of breaking free from things. So that's why I get so fired up seeing all you guys committing to quitting addiction. So because I think life's all about freedom, like pursuing freedom. So last time we talked about self-talk. We talked about negative self-talk. We talked about positive self-talk. How you speak to yourself is so important, and it really does set your reality. So whether or not that is the true reality or the false reality, which can be true reality, I can do this. I can choose to quit if I want. False reality, I will never be able to quit. I have tried too many times and I'm never going to be successful, or life's going to be no fun without this. Alexander's question. So self-talk. Why am I starting with that? Because that leads into really knowing your desires. So that's the next section. I kind of read ahead, sorry. But the next section, we got some more cool graphics here. This guy's from like 1991. So, if you couldn't tell. With the cool little freedom from addiction with the shadow font. I won't go there again. I think I joked too many times about that last time. Sorry. Anyway, so once you start identifying your self-talk, okay, what am I telling myself? Then the next phase to truly being successful in quitting is identifying what you really want. So do you really want to quit? And so within that, you have what in the original text, kind of my dad talks about acquired desires and natural desires. We've kind of simplified that wording a little bit, so I'm going to go with that one. So what do you really want? Okay, we use the word want a lot. Like, I really want that piece of cake. I really want a dip. But the reality is we're not really talking about what we want. We're either talking about what we crave or what we desire. And so what's the difference there? So cravings are, in the book, what he talks about, like, these are the ones that come up in our mind that have strong controlling influence over your self-talk, that are not actually truly what you want. A craving is something that is like that you want to bring temporary relief. I think that's pretty, like, that's a pretty big deal, you know? Okay, so like when you're thinking about dipping, like, and so you fill in, like, y'all fill in the blank, pop in like comments here if something's speaking to you, or if you're realizing something, or if you disagree with something. So what do you really want? Okay, cravings are going to come in and say, like, I want to dip right now. Okay, no, it's like I crave dipping right now. Why? Because that dipping is something that brings temporary relief. And so it talks about each time you give into your desires, you're establishing a habit, either of self-control or of self-indulgence. And so once you have done that, I got this one hair that's blowing everywhere. Once you've done that, over and over and over again, where you, in the places where you need to exhibit self-restraint, you now have established a habit in your mind that controls you. So that's what cravings, so that's the definition of craving, something that is designed to bring temporary relief that can set you up to a pattern of addiction, something that controls you. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna pause for a second. Let that sink in. Hey, Mr. Charlie. I love seeing local people. Chad said, I know you're a no tobacco product, but are you no nicotine as well? Yes, we are no tobacco, no nicotine, because our purpose is to help people get free from addiction. So I know there's a lot of nicotine products coming out. Nicotine and tobacco are two separate things. They've each got their own list of their health risk. And so if you are looking to truly get free, then BaccOff is going to be the product for you. That's kind of, that's our heart. So, okay. So cravings. Kind of scary. Like, it really is hard. That's why I was like, not for the faint of heart, because this is like, anytime we want to see true freedom in our life, whether that is spiritual, emotional, physical wellness, I mean, it takes some hard self-talk to establish, like, what are my true realities. I've told myself that I can't do this, or I'll never ever, like, be able to survive without this, but, like, am I willing to actually truly sit down and take a hard look at myself and what I tell myself and what do I really want? So what am I saying that I really want that's really just a craving that has become something that controls me? Good news. There are in that word want. Sometimes we don't really identify what we desire. And so a desire is something that is good. It is built into us as humans. Like, we were made to have desires. Like, desires are good. And those true desires, what we truly want, like, that is what is designed to bring permanent fulfillment. So, what you truly desire. So those are the things which encourage you to do what is proper, needed to live a happy, successful life. Your conscious desire is the only reason you're reading this material. So you've already identified a true desire that you want to lead to permanent fulfillment of, like, I am in charge of my life and I am free from addiction. So, those desires tell you that to continue to live, you need to change your habits and you need to throw off this addiction. This is the part of your mind we call your will to live, and your will to succeed. So, your true desires are there to protect you. It's pretty good. But, so, at this point, you need to realize that your cravings and your true desires, like, they're at war with each other. And so identifying these things is going to come into play with how you pursue when you're ready to quit. So then that leads to the next section. I'm going to pause for another second, let that sink in. Taylor says, I'm just going to pause for a second, talk about BaccOff. You guys got BaccOff questions, like product questions? Let's talk about them right now. Taylor says, can you really prove there's no tobacco in your product? Yes, yeah, we really can prove that. So we are a food product. We are made from tea, peppermint, or coffee. All of our ingredients are on the can. We abide by FDA regulations. So yes, we can guarantee you there's no tobacco in our product. So hope that helps. Dun, dun, dun. I've tried BaccOff, but it didn't work for me. But my wife thinks it's a mental thing. That's why you're watching this, Colton, because that's what we're talking about. Absolutely, like BaccOff is there to be a tool to help you, which we will get to. That's why the first 2 videos that I've done so far in this book, what have we talked about? Not actually dipping. We're talking about all the mental stuff that goes into that. So getting prepared, I mean, it really is like going to war. Like that's what I just stopped at, is like these 2 things are at war. And so you better make sure you're ready and that you have thought this through and you are like ready to go, because it's not gonna be easy. And it is a mental battle. And so yeah, Colton, really want to encourage you, man, like just hang in there, keep showing up, keep listening to resources, keep seeking help, and know that when you're ready for that, BaccOff definitely can be an excellent tool to help you along that journey. So hang in there. That's for everybody else too. So what else? Okay, let's keep going on that. So once you have identified, so I'm just like really going to encourage you guys, like, what do you want? What are the biggest, and maybe some of you guys watching, y'all can help throw in some examples. Like, what are some of the main craving talk that comes up for you? Like, I just can't enjoy hunting without this, or like, where is it where you find like you really crave a dip? Throw some of those in the comments for me. And then also, so what is it that you really want? Like, what are the things that we desire? Like, why do we even show up? Whether that's dipping or like getting in shape. Okay, Alexander says he's craving it at work. And I've heard that a lot. Like, I just can't focus as well, or the stress just gets to me. And so at work, I hear you, work. I love it. Everybody's like, it's obvious at work, which is a big deal. Like, when I can't deal with the idiots at work. I love it. Yeah, and so that's where it is. Like, you start craving that. Like, I need to have relief right now from the idiots at work. That's when those craving, that self-talk comes in, and then it's like, I can't, nope, can't do it without it. So, but then, so what are some of the desires? So what are some of the true, like, identify? So cravings, temporary relief; desires, permanent fulfillment. So what are some of the long-term desires? Some of the ones that my dad had listed in here with their little bullet points. This used to be like mail order book. This is pre-internet, y'all. Some of the natural desires are like, I want to be healthy, and I must quit to live. I must quit to live. That's a big deal. I can choose self-control. If I give it time, I will be able to relax without it. That's pretty big stuff, you know? So I know a lot of guys say like they want to quit for their children. They want to be able to walk their daughter down the aisle, or they want to be able to see that grandbaby grow up, or they just want to not feel like they're controlled by something, you know? So yeah. TJ saying he craves it on the baseball field. Yep, that is, so many people say that. So, okay, so once we've identified, like, why do I really want to quit? What do I really desire versus what do I crave? When, and even when. Like, when do I crave it? Why do I crave it in these situations? So then that moves to the next section where we get the clip art. Target of focus. Okay, so now being able to, once you've identified this stuff and identified how you talk to yourself in that, then we can begin to, like, that empowers the ability to focus. Because otherwise you're like, just like roller coaster of cravings, and which then rolls into doubting, can you do it, and talking yourself out of it. Yes, Taylor wants to quit for his girls. So the more info I can get, it will help me out. Awesome, man. That's why we're doing this. So stay tuned. And you guys, like, share this. If y'all know somebody that needs to hear this, please share it with them. Just like, I think it was Colton was saying, that he's tried and it just hadn't worked sometimes for him. Like, so many people, if you know a dipper that needs to quit and struggles to quit, that person that's like, they ain't never quitting dipping, send them this. Okay, so we got focus. We are now that we have self-talk and we identify our true wants, cravings versus desires, so that we can start to manage the true self-talk and the lies that come in. Now we can focus. And so to do that, you've got to have a clear mind. So what does a clear mind do? Looking in the book, the clear mind enables you to get off the roller coaster, which I was just doing. I just did it across the screen. The roller coaster of striving and indulgence. Any of you guys identify with that? Like, thumbs up or something if you identify with that, where it's like, I'm gonna do it, I got this, and then like you crash and burn. And so that's when the self-talk and the cravings are controlling you. But with a clear mind, you can control that. You can get off the roller coaster. Step one, all you guys are here doing this, is humility. Like, showing up like, I need help. I need some help. I need people to help me. I need resources to help me. And so that's not like I'm gonna muscle through and then I'm gonna crash and burn. It's like, I am going to do whatever it takes. I don't care what that looks like, and I don't care what other people think. One of the things we get a lot is, guys that just want to be like, Mama didn't raise no quitter, and it's like, okay, that's all I have to say to that, because, okay, nah, you got to be willing to get off that roller coaster and get a little humble and get some help. So all you guys are awesome. So once you have chosen to focus on what you truly want, here are some things to look out for. You got to be clear-minded. So what's going to try to come against you when you're trying to be clear-minded? What my dad has written down is mind fog. Some people call that unproductive doing, depending on different personality things, if you've looked into that at all. Here's how he describes it. So you focused in on the goal and nothing can stop you, but suddenly your mind fears the change. It starts to focus on other matters at hand. There's work, there's family, there's hobbies, there's personal matters, things that you just want, or anything else to keep you from staying focused. Your mind is going to use this mind fog to direct your attention away from what you truly want. So that's coming from the source of the cravings, of the addiction, where it's like, we want to be in control. And so it's going to bring in that mind fog, which can lead to unproductive doing. So it's like, oh, no, I've got this and this and this and this. I don't know what some of those, any of y'all have experienced, like, throw some of those in there and I'll read them out. But like, yeah, like, I mean, we do that on all kinds of levels, where it's like, I really need to finish this project. So I think I'll repaint my entire house. I mean, we do that on really simple levels. So of course, like, when you're about to start really changing a major thing in your life, like, that's going to come in. Kenny's saying he loves the peach pouches. So is Tyler. Everybody loves peach pouches. They're great. They're just great. So, thanks for letting us know. Okay, so mind fog coming in. Just be aware. I think too, being aware of that, you can start identifying it. Like, there'll be sometimes I'm doing something, I don't even know, I'm trying to think of an example, ridiculous, and I'm like, all of a sudden, like, why am I doing this? And now, like 5 years ago, it might have just been, I'm just like, well, this is just what I need to do. But now I know, because of a lot of training and a lot of like hard work of identifying, like, where are my cravings, where are my true desires, what am I telling myself, I can identify like, this is what I'm doing. I am now avoiding the thing that really needs to be done. So no excuses. Take time. But also, guys, like, also I'm like saying all this kind of stuff, but there is time. Like, take time to just show up. Like, maybe that's you commit like the drive home, you know, or whatever you need, to take a little time to think through this. Like, I know y'all got to function. We all have stressful things going on. So it's not, just keep showing up as you can. And once you've identified those things, then you're like ready. You're ready to go. So because, let's see, a clear mind focuses, a clear mind focus concentrates on 3 areas. Okay. What I just said a lot. 1, obtaining freedom. 2, never looking back. And 3, not looking forward. It's pretty interesting, because a lot of times you think like, I've got to focus on the future. So, but what that means is that once you've made the choice to quit, don't look back at the way things were, and don't think about how you're never going to take a dip again. Like, be present, choose what you've chosen in the moment. So that's the cool thing, is like, once you've chosen and you can be clear-minded, you really just have to choose now. Like, you just choose now. I'm not going to dip now. And guess what? Like, that's all you'll ever have to do. Don't start thinking about, don't look to the future to dwell on never taking a dip again. Looking forward will cause unneeded anxiety that you don't need right now. So, pretty nice, huh? Okay, I'm going to let that sink in. Answer a couple of questions. Do you have any promo codes? Yeah, man, we got promo codes all the time. Make sure you are signed up for our emails, and go sign up for our BaccOff Bootcamp. We want to reward people that are working hard, so we do have lots of extra goodies, and things like that, promo codes for guys in the BaccOff Bootcamp. Will Peach work for Skull Dippers? Asking for a friend. I mean, yeah, Peach is great. Skull, if you're a Skull Dipper, we do have straight pouches. That's going to be the closest thing to like Skull Straight. I'm assuming Skull Straight. But Peach is just good. Like, you might want both. We find a lot of guys with our coffee pouches and our peach pouches, like, it doesn't matter what you dip, they're just good. So sometimes, you know, when you just want something different, those are great. Great. So, do we have a website? No, yes, we do. Dipstop.com. That's our website, Taylor. So you can get all our products there, or you can get them on Amazon, or hopefully in a store near you. We have a store locator. We are always trying to get more distribution. So, oh yeah, Taylor, we got lots of wintergreens. Go check them all out. All right, so we're going to wrap this up then. We talked about mind fog. So once you know what you really crave, what you really desire, how to talk to yourself, clear focus, avoid that mind fog by coming back to right now. There really is power in being present. I know that can sound all like hippy dippy and all that, but it really is true. Like, all we have right now, guys, is right now. And so when you are getting anxious about the future, about not being able to hang in there, or you are feeling defeated by your past, I've tried before and this didn't work. It's like, all you got is right now. So just be present and take power in that. You can choose right now. I love that. Clear mind focus gives you direction and purpose. So without that, your goals are going to become foggy and unattainable. How many times have we done that? Where it's like, I'm going to do this, and then it just kind of becomes foggy. That's me, y'all. Confession time. July was supposed to be, I do Whole30, and instead it was the month of how much can I not do Whole30. I don't know if y'all know what that is. It's like a diet kind of thing. And basically by the 4th of July, I was like, bye goals. So I'll have to keep y'all updated on that in August. I guess I need some accountability too. Anyway, so you got to stay focused. When you lose your focus, your mind tells you to put off taking any action now. You can do it later. You're too busy. You have too much pressure to try to quit at this time. It's just not a good time, or it's not convenient. So it'll give you any reason to put it off. So make sure that you are staying present and speaking truth to yourself, and or getting other people to speak truth to yourself or to you. So doing all this, wrapping it up, doing all this helps you get ready to count the cost, because there definitely is a cost involved in choosing to dip or choosing not to dip. And so that's what we're going to be going over next time. There's more clip art to come, and we'll be talking about that. So what other crap you guys got any other questions about BaccOff, or what we're talking about, or anything? Y'all feel free to hop in and ask me some questions, and I will be happy to answer them. I'll give y'all a couple of minutes. I'm sitting on my porch right now because it's been blazing hot, but I actually live by a lake, and there's always this breeze, and so I'm on my porch enjoying the afternoon. I've got my really pitiful those are tomato plants, y'all. Another confession. My summer garden was sad, but they're going in the ground soon. Okay, I got some questions. Any new flavors coming? Man, we are always working on it. So none that we are discussing right now, but always working on new flavors for you guys. So you got any flavors you want, Shane? How often do I do these videos? Colton, I am doing these videos Mondays at 6 right now, and hopefully going to be going live more with you guys because you guys are awesome. And I'm going to be dragging my dad, Russell, into the videos soon because he's the main man. But he's been working hard on some machines down at the production facility, and also riding on the tractor a lot right now. So I got to grab him. How come we don't sell in store? We do sell in store. Good news, Kyle, we do. We are always working to increase our distribution. We do have a store locator on our website, like I said. But if there is not a store near you, tell your local store owner to request BaccOff or get us their contact, and we'll be happy to reach out. So guys, thank y'all, and I'm gonna sign off. Again, share this if you liked it. It would really help us out, and also hopefully if there's another dipper in your life that needs to hear this, share it on then. So you guys are great as always. This has been fun, and keep popping in comments and we will get to them, and let us know if there's anything else we can do for you here at BaccOff.